Oriel Edry.
Natasha Talia Levy. How's it going?
How are you doing today?
Doing good. Welcoming us back to episode 3 of the Nameless Podcast. We don't have a name.
Wait, I actually love that name. The Nameless Podcast.
Actually?
Yeah.
All right, there it is. The Nameless Podcast.
The Nameless Podcast. There we go.
Super creative. We love it.
So, should I give an overview of what we're going to talk about today?
Please, because based on the ideas that you gave, I was like, I don't know much about this, but I'm open to learning. So let's run it.
Okay. So we're going to show 2 different perspectives on the topics of networking, how to bring out your best self when you go to events, how to stand out, while also learning what not to do at these networking events in order to be your most authentic self and to make the most connections. So we're going to show 2 points of view because I think we're both still working on these tactics, but there are some things that I feel I've learned over the years that I could give out to the world to learn.
I am world, guys. So we said networking?
Yeah, let me bring out my points.
You got it. A little bit about me. I'm what's called an ambivert, both introverted and extroverted. I say I definitely lean more towards the introvert side. And yeah, I guess they call it an introverted extrovert or something like that, because I do like going out. I like seeing people. But sometimes when I actually go to events, I'm the type of person who has my phone in the corner, eyeing people down and analyzing who to talk to. But once I find my people and just like, no, I'm going to vibe with them, I have a good time. But there are other times when those people don't come around where I'm like, crap, all right, I don't have a choice. Let's just talk to people. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, it's a pretty inconsistent thing with me. So working on it.
I feel like I'm the same way. I'm an extroverted introvert, meaning when I go out, like I'm the most extroverted person you can meet. I'll talk to anyone and everyone. Mm-hmm. But at a certain point, I get so drained socially that I will not talk to people for the rest of the week. I'm
the same way. Like I'm probably the greatest person I know at Irish exits.
Yeah. Okay.
Super great at it.
I want to acknowledge the struggle of going to these events and putting yourself out there to meet new people. It's not easy at all. So I get you guys, like whoever's struggling with that, we totally understand.
Yeah, no, listen, it's not always our fault, okay? Because sometimes these events don't have people that are worth talking to in our
100%.
eyes. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure that you see people in large groups and people who are like the life of the party, but at the end of the day, if you don't resonate with them, you don't resonate with them. So you gotta kind of just stick to what's true and go your own way.
Yeah, and it's looking for quality, not quantity. So even if you meet like 2 or 3 people at this event and you connect with them, it's much bigger success than meeting a bunch of people and not having any sense of connection to them.
You're right. No, my dad always used to say, you don't need like 10, 20 friends. You just need 4 or 5 friends that you can rock with till the end.
Absolutely.
That's very true, especially with events. I don't know. Some events bug me out. Like nightclub events, they bug me out. I don't like those events. But when it comes to just general like hangout events like Yehudi or just like smaller-ish type events, I love them. I can literally just dart from place to place and talk to as many people as possible.
Yeah, the more intimate events seem to be the most effective, in my opinion, on making new friends.
That's why I like hosting, by the way.
Yeah, wow, guys, Oriel.
When I'm 15, when there's 15 to 20 people, I'm like, all right, I have enough attention for each and every single one of you. Like, let's run it. Let's have a good night.
Wow, I have the best time when Oriel invites people over. I'm like, yes, I'm there. Because every time it's the same thing. It's so fun.
Yeah, it feels like I feel safe almost. And also, that's going to be your new spot. Like, everyone's gonna get away from that couch and then just come sit on the floor here. It's gonna be like story time.
Yeah.
With the lights too. We'll have the lights.
We should do like a podcast, a video of all the friends talking and like everyone saying something.
That'd be That'd be interesting.
Like a before and after, like saying right now where they're at in life right now and where they want to be in 10 years. And then we're going to look back at the video 10 years from now.
Whoa.
Wow. We actually have to
The
do
Nameless
that.
Podcast is on some big moves.
Yes.
That's actually a great idea. I like that.
So no matter where we are in life,
People are
gonna
say some stupid ass shit though, but like it's whatever. I like it. I like these ideas a lot.
Okay.
But okay, so in your experience with networking events, what has worked for you in times where you were like, you know what, like I am talking to people tonight?
I like to practice talking points before going to an event. So this was before when I just started going to networking events and I did not know how to start a conversation with someone. I used to go on YouTube and watch videos on how to start a conversation and how to get myself out there. It's also a form of rejection therapy like we spoke in the last episode.
Exactly, yeah.
But creating talking points beforehand and practicing them in the mirror is really, really helpful. I highly recommend.
Yeah, that's something I did too. Not exactly with just general conversation, but sometimes with women. Like I'd go out to bars and clubs when I was in college, and I was like, all right, like I need to find the best pickup line, the best this, but I realized that didn't really work. And I was just like, it just had to come from myself and I had to be confident enough to deliver the message right. Mm-hmm. But one thing that does apply to is phone calls. When you have like a really good, you have an important phone call to make with a client or maybe with a significant other, it's super important to prepare. Not to overthink, but to just prepare just enough to be like, all right, I'm going to say this, I'm going to feel this way, I'm going to bring this energy into the call, and it's going to work. Like, for example, I had a call literally before you came, I had a call with a client, and I wasn't prepared at all. Like I was like, this person called me to book a photo shoot, and she did it online, but then she needed a call to confirm times and stuff. And I was being stupid. I was being so awkward. I was like towards the end, I was like, thank you for answering the phone. And I was like,
but I find that so
it'd be like that. No, very true. But she was so nice at the end. She was so like, yeah, of course, thank you. And then I was like, I was in the car. I was like, what's wrong with me? In a sarcastic way. I wasn't like too mad at myself, but
yeah.
There are other times where I have like bigger calls and I'm like I'm going to say this, I'm going to say it just in this exact tone. And then the conversation goes exactly the way I imagined it. Mm-hmm. And I get the booking or the shoot or the client or whatever, so it's, I don't know. I guess that does work, but it works
if you're like coming with authenticity.
Yeah.
So when you're coming with being real, being who you are. If a guy comes up to me and starts a conversation and says, hey, like, what's where are you from? Like, what's your name? Mm-hmm. I have no issue with that. Like, come talk to me. Like, let's connect. And by the way, if a girl gets like grossed out by a guy that comes up to her and says that, that's their problem.
It is their problem. It really is. Honestly, it really is.
If a person wants to start a conversation with you and they're coming in such a real way,
the way I see it is like, don't take it personally.
Yeah.
And I'm someone who overthinks, so this is coming strongly from someone like me, and I'm still remembering to like apply that sometimes. But like when someone says something negative towards you when you come up to them and all that, it's like 95, if not 99% of the time, it has something to do with them and nothing to do with you. Mm-hmm. And that happened to me there was a Shabbat event like a few months back, and I don't know, I was just like, we were talking about tattoos because this guy had a really sick tattoo in his arm, and I was like, yo, like, it's an awesome tattoo. And I was like, I'm thinking of getting one myself. And he was like, what are you trying to get? I was like, I like phoenixes. So I was like, I'm thinking about getting a phoenix in my arm. He's like, yo, don't get that. That's a weird tattoo idea. Don't get that. I was like, okay, let's move on. And I was like, yeah, I'm just not going to talk to these people, but I'm going to go to these people and talk for the rest of the night. And it ended up being a good night. But like, there's just some people who, it's inevitable that someone's going to be mean to you at an event or just in general. Okay. Yeah. But it's everything to do with them. Just assume it has everything to do with them and nothing to do with you personally, because you don't know these people. So.
Mm-hmm. And you don't know this in the moment, but 99% of people at these social events have social anxiety, and they themselves
Super.
don't even realize the mistakes that they're making when it comes to the way they communicate and the way their body language speaks.
It's a great perspective, actually.
So don't take anything personally. Everyone's in their own head, and don't overthink it in the moment. Like, it's not worth it.
I also think about that when it comes to ghosting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are two perspectives to ghosting. One of them being like, okay, this person's like mad at me, whatever. They just don't want to talk to me anymore. Or maybe they're also just scared of talking back and seeing where it goes because they're not comfortable with the idea of it going somewhere further than what it is now.
Exactly, that's so true.
So I took that and I was like, wow, like that's very true because I've ghosted people for that reason, or I've just stopped talking to people for that reason. So and it's also happened to me. Okay, I'm not perfect, but yeah, that was a huge one. That was a huge insight for me. So
no, I that's a great example. Ghosting is a great example of that, and I completely agree with you. Mm-hmm. Let me pull up another pointer. Okay. So I think another great way to be a good networker, especially for introverts, you guys are really good at observing. Like you said, like sometimes you just sit across the room with your phone and you observe to see who you should talk to. Mm-hmm. Observing is great, especially when you're going into conversation with someone new. You're also listening to what they're saying and building a conversation off of what they're saying to you. So being an observer, this is exactly what you need in order to also be a good listener, observing the language, observing what they're saying.
Right. So I think where people get mixed up is people have great potential to talk and hold conversations, but some people haven't quite found the line between listening to give an actual good response versus listening to reply. Because there are those people who just reply fast, and it might be a decent response, but you can tell the energy doesn't come from a place of they actually listened to what I just said.
Yeah.
And that's something introverts can struggle with too, for sure. I know, because it happens. It happens.
Yeah. No, I think, and it's, by the way, even extroverts sometimes become introverts at certain events when they feel like it's not really the vibe. They close off, like shut down.
You know, I actually learned the science behind the difference between introverts and extroverts.
Really?
It's not okay, so introverts get dopamine quicker through social interactions. Mm-hmm. So we don't feel the need to talk to a lot of people to feel the same feeling as an extrovert does. You know what I mean? So like an extrovert needs to talk to a lot of people to feel that social fulfillment, whereas an introvert can talk to one or two people for like 5 to 10 minutes and get the dopamine for it and just leave.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's not really like a shyness, timidness element could correlate, but I know extroverts now who used to be shy, so it's like it's not an exact cause of so.
That's a great point. I really like that. Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't think of it that way. Interesting.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, I don't know. And some people get the dopamine from just trying to get through as much of a conversation as possible and like trying to really like build connections. And sometimes that doesn't always come off like with great intent, or that doesn't come off with a good energy. Like, it's like when someone's nervous, you can feel it.
Yeah.
You so feel it. Like when you can tell when someone's bored out of their mind and just want to talk just for the sake of talking and just being with people. I personally feel that a lot when people try to do that.
Yeah.
And people are like it'll be weird. It'll be to a point where someone will talk to me for like 2 minutes and they'll be like, yo, like we gotta hang out sometime. We gotta go to space or whatever. I'm like,
we're never gonna go.
Okay. No. Forget the space thing. But in my head, I'm like, I don't know you well enough to like see if I even want to hang out with you. Like, let's talk a little bit more. Let's do this. And then, I don't know. It's like, it's almost like, well, it is like they rush the conversation. Mm-hmm. And that gets annoying to me because it's not me tooting my own horn or anything, but it's me saying like, I've experienced this so often where people just are quick to be like, yo, like, let's hang out, let's do something after this, and like let's get this conversation over with. But like
And those types of
that's kind of hurts, to be
interactions-
honest. It's kind of like not hurts, but it's like it's a little offensive when someone does that.
Yeah, and it's also draining.
Very.
Like it really makes me drained, and after those types of conversations, I feel like I need to go outside and take a breath of fresh air and then come back, just because I'm like, I need to like recharge myself.
For me, yeah. Well, one thing that actually that brings me to a point. When it comes to events where I have some friends there, but most of the people I don't know, I like to establish what's called a home base.
Oh, please explain.
So like a home base is like let's say you're at this event and you're talking like you're just with this entire group the entire time, or maybe you're like moving around a bit slightly to talk to other people, and I'm like, you know what, I want to meet people, I want to explore, I want to just go around and do my own thing. Sometimes that works, and I might just leave the home base for the rest of the night. But if not, I'm like, okay, I'm feeling nervous, feeling a little bit anxious. Let me go back to my home base so that I can not feel as anxious and like, you know what I mean? So
I never thought of it that way, and I'm going to be using that word and that explanation.
I do that
for
all the
rest of my
time.
life.
Literally every Wednesday night when I go to the Shur Torah, like I literally establish my 3 or 4 friends that like are my home base that I know they're gonna be with each other the whole night, and then I just like I'll and sometimes Irish exit the conversation to be like, yeah, let me go talk to these people. Let me see what's up. Let me see what's up here.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'll last like 2 minutes too. Like I'll walk around, I'll see someone, I'll like scan almost to see who I want to talk to, and if I don't find anyone, I just go back to the home base.
I'm gonna use that.
It's a great trick, but it's not something you can rely on because you don't always have a home base.
That's my problem. I get anxious when I don't have my home base.
And I also don't like relying on a home base because then it makes you feel like you need to have people you know at events when
It's
that's
true.
that's not how networking events really work.
And me and you, I don't know. We both go alone to events here and there, and I see you all of a sudden. I'm like, Oriel's
When I
here,
see you, I'm
good."
like, you're my home base.
Yeah.
You're my home base.
I couldn't put a word to it, but that's really how I felt. And when I see you at an event, I'm like, okay, Oriel's here, I'm good.
Like I can go to you at any time and be like, yo, like
Yeah.
how you feeling about this? Like it
Yeah.
won't feel like I'm like it won't feel like I'm bothering you or intruding you. So
Yeah, and then we go together to talk to people, or like it's more of it's a comfort thing, it's a comfort
yeah,
zone.
it is. And that's why I say I don't like home bases, because I don't like comfort in that sense of I don't want to
know.
rely on comfort.
Sometimes we need it,
sometimes you
though.
got to be like, in most cases you got to be very uncomfortable to get out of your zone and
That's
to grow and to evolve and to get new opportunities and new business and everything. So yeah, I don't
agree.
like to rely. And I don't like the feeling of needing stuff either. Need is a very negative feeling to have. You know,
Yeah.
I don't like lack. I don't associate to that word at all. So
Yeah, it's very spiritual.
very.
I think though it's having that home base is really helpful for introverts that are networking for the first time, and if they have that one person, even if they don't know them that well, but they know them,
Yeah.
that's a great little buffer to the fear of actually talking to someone new. It's a good way of going to like a networking event. I like it.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Another viewpoint that I've kind of used, I've used it like I'd say like on and off, but I've used it a lot, is where I'd say like back when I was in college, I was a person that was like, I go to nightclubs alone. I do this. We talked about this a couple episodes back.
Yeah.
But like I was like in my head, I was that dude. Okay, I was the guy who could just go to nightclubs alone and have a great time and meet people and do everything. But the first time I went, wasn't all that fun, because
Really?
I like it's an element of fake it till you make it, but it's also an element of this is who I am now. And sometimes when you mentally decide an action, when you spiritually align with that action, like sometimes it takes a little bit of physical catch up. Like there's a bit of a time delay between a spiritual / mental decision and the physical rewiring or recalibration towards that decision.
Yeah.
So it's almost like, I don't know, it's almost like throwing a ball and then running to catch it. You know what I mean? It's like you kind of have to reach it. But yeah, that's another trick I've used, and it does work. But again, you're not always going to feel it. You're not always going to love the idea of going out that specific night, or being with these certain people or doing this certain thing. So maybe take a step back. Sometimes it's okay. You don't have to go all in all the time. You're gonna burn out and you're gonna feel like ass. So
That's true. That's true. Like taking a break is important.
I take a lot of me time personally. As an
I take a
introvert,
lot of me time.
as an introvert, I love my me time.
I couldn't agree with you more.
If someone tries to like if I tell people that I'm like, I'm just trying to hang out, chill out, be alone for the night, and someone like actively tries to enter my space, I'm like, you're a threat.
You're a threat. You're shot down.
You're a threat.
Ay.
But yeah.
I also wanted to touch on, okay, how to actually build authentic connections at these events. I think it's really important to point out that it's okay to go in with the mindset of learning about someone new, but don't go with the mindset of selling yourself.
Yes.
Like, I'm a realtor, that this and this and this and this and this and this, and all you talk about is yourself, just yourself.
Very true. Something I always say to my clients when I give presentations, sometimes when I say to anyone in general, I'm like, okay, listen, I am a person, human being, with my characteristics and all that before I am anything else. Before I am my title, before I am what I do, where I'm from, anything. I'm a human being. I have emotions, I have a brain, I have a heart, I have blood just like you. Treat me like a human being, please. You know what I mean? Like it's something that's so overlooked, but like I want to when I talk to people, I want to see them as a person before they
Absolutely.
are any occupation or any title that they have.
Absolutely. I think that's so important. I noticed that in Miami especially, a lot of people come to these events with this sense of chafoni. Do you know what chafoni is?
It's very. I'm going to assume it's very like, what do you do? Instead of
Yeah,
who you
looking
are.
for like the clout.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like
yeah.
if you don't have a shit ton of followers on Instagram, you're not.
It's like if you don't make $200,000 a month, it's like you can't even be here.
Yeah, and I hate that because it's also stupid. People that make a lot of money, will never talk about it out loud, saying, "Yeah, I make a lot of money." No.
But that's the thing. Yeah, it's like that's the thing. The people who actually have the success.
Yeah, they won't be loud.
Yeah, they don't brag about it. They're not the ones that need to say it in order to actually feel good and get the validation. Because the people who actually feel the need to be like, yeah, I make this much money a month, I do this, I drive this, I do this, and just blurt it out to the world, are secretly the ones who have the largest void.
Exactly. And in this case, what I would recommend people is rather than sharing what you do, you can share why you do what you do. Like, what is your
That's
why?
Huge. That's so huge.
People really leave that out. And the ones that you connect to the most are the ones that show you that, wow, this is something I'm so passionate about, and here's why. You know what I mean?
It's funny because when you see passion within people, their passion isn't shown in like them actually talking about the thing itself. It's shown in like almost how they carry themselves, how they dress, what they like, what the extra stuff they do for that specific job. Like take real estate agents for example. Real estate. There are some real estate agents who are hyper passionate about their job. Like they'll clean the house. They'll order. Like they'll do staging, they'll do a bunch of stuff that like a client sees and they're like, oh my God, that person is my realtor.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I totally agree with you. I have the same thing with a friend of mine. His name is Yuval Teren. He also does podcasts. He's great. He goes to so many conferences and he's constantly expanding his knowledge and going to all these different events to learn new things. That in my head, like even if he had 0 clients and he's a coach also, I would still think he's extremely successful because he's constantly doing things in order to fulfill his why, you know, like he's constantly doing towards his career. And I love that.
I know him personally too. I've seen him. He's very aligned to his calling.
Yeah.
He's very like, he shows up. He like literally you see him as someone who shows up as who he is, who's really meant to be.
Yeah, exactly.
And like, I don't know, the whole learning thing, like, bro, like, that's amazing. It's amazing that people. It's amazing once you find your purpose and you're able to just remember who you are.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because like we're conditioned by our parents, our friends, our schools,
Society.
our society, our environment to have these certain negative beliefs and these negative perceptions of self and these just false ideas of how life should actually work. And then once you're on the path of this ain't it, that's it. It's a super powerful path. It's a very weird path because sometimes that middle phase is a bit scary, but that's like one of the best paths to be on. So to him, I commend him heavy because
me too.
I love him. I love
we
that
love
guy.
you, Yuval. We love you.
Yuval, my guy. I got a lot to learn
My
from
boy.
you, by the way. We need to have that coffee we talked about like 2 years ago. Literally, that's when I met him. We literally talked about therapy, and we were like, we should grab a coffee sometime, and it just never
really
happened.
Should.
We're both busy people. It's
you
not
guys
to
both
blame.
like wine. You can sit on some wine.
I didn't know that about him.
Yeah.
I did not know that about him. I have like so many wine bottles right there too.
Also a good thing to do as an introvert that it's kind of getting out of your comfort zone, but looking around and seeing who's possibly left out of the conversation and
that's a good
bringing
one
them
too.
in.
That's a great. I love doing that. I love when I love like I'll be in the group myself, and I'll see someone kind of just like left out that I'm like interested enough to talking to, and I'll be like, hey, like come join us, and then you see them smile up and happy and talking to everyone else. I love doing that for people. I love that feeling.
It's insanely powerful. You don't even understand how much you're doing for that person, and it makes you come off way more confident than you may feel.
It makes you come off as like a leader type.
It makes you come off a leader for sure. So
and I know, like I know, it makes me happy because I know I would have wanted that when I was younger. So to be able to reverse it and actually give it to someone fills my heart. It really is.
It's the best.
It's really fulfilling.
It's the best. I agree. I'm gonna ask you a question.
Let's go for it.
So, could you share with us a time that you made an unexpected connection that led to something very meaningful? It could be either professionally or personally. It could even be how we connected.
Oh, true.
Oh no, it's a funny thing. But
so I met this girl on Hinge. No, I'm kidding. No. So one day, there was one day where I was passing out my business cards to different offices for real estate photography, and one of the main brokerages that I really wanted to get to know really badly was Lifestyle International Realty.
Okay.
That's the current brokerage I have my license at. So I technically am an agent there. But I remember just like one day I was in the Aventura office and I saw this lady there sitting in the middle of the office, and I just went up to her. I was like, hey, my name is Royale Edry. I'm a real estate photographer in the Aventura area. I have some business cards here. Is it okay if I leave them here? She goes, yeah, sure. And as I lay them down, there was someone towards like the very back of the office who I didn't see. And as I finished speaking, he was like, oh yeah? I was like, I was so confused. I didn't see who he was. And he was like, come here for a sec. I walked back there, and this is like my really good friend today, my guy, Roberto Guzman, the guy. He's like, yeah, what do you do? Where are you from? This, that. He's like, oh, I told him about my background, like where I'm from, what I do, the different types of services I offer in my business. Again, he treated me like a person before a photographer, which I really liked, which I take very, very deep consideration into when I'm talking to someone. But now, 2 weeks ago, I did a training at the office, at that specific office, and it goes to show that that built a good friendship between me and him, and me and the agents in his office, because he's like one of the managing partners, so he's like the guy of the office. But there was that, and then I'm able to work with these agents. I'm able to if I get a listing, tag along, like have one of them tag along, something like that. So it's very that was something I really set an intention towards, and was like, I'm gonna work with International Realty agents.
Wow.
And most of my clientele today is Lifestyle International Realty agents.
Wow, you like pinpointed that. Like you knew what you wanted.
But here, it's weird, right? Because I was looking at Instagram. Obviously, I follow a lot of agents and a lot of brokerages, and I saw this page, and I was just like enamored by it. It wasn't anything special. Like there wasn't any cool post. There wasn't anything very extremely hyper special about it. But I saw this page, and I was like, "There's good energy coming from this page. There's good energy coming from this group of people." And when I visited the offices, that confirmed it more and more for me.
Wow.
And there were times where there were agents in other offices that were very mean and very like rude and very like, okay, whatever, get out of here, photographer, whatever. Because people hate when random people visit the office.
Yeah.
But these people, every office I went to, because they have a lot of offices in the area, they were so warm.
Wow.
So warm, so nice. They were like, yo, like, keep hustling, bro, do your thing. Heck yeah, we'll take your car, do this, do that. And it took a while to actually get photo shoots with them, but it was just instant love and instant like, you know, like I don't want to disrespect you because you're a person and you're, you know, we value everyone who wants to hustle and everyone who wants to make us grow and everyone who wants to add value to our plate. And I'm literally the same exact person. Like I'm very like, you know, if you have something to offer that's like just, you know, that comes from you as a person rather than what you do, then, you know, I tend to like you more.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if what you do happens to help me, that's amazing too. But that's not what I rely on from people. So
yeah, that's not the reason why I want to connect with you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love that. I love that mindset.
Yeah, and even now, like one of the other branch managers, his name's Rafi. He's Jewish, actually. He converted to Judaism.
Ah, no way.
But like, bro, like I talk to him. I see him in the office. I'm like, "Shalom, motherfucker." He goes, "Shalom, motherfucker." Bro, I go, bro. Those offices, no, that brokerage kind of gave my business life. I can't lie.
So you see how that connection, it was really unexpected. It just happened because you walked in to give a business card and all of a sudden it developed into something, a beautiful friendship, you know? I love that.
Yeah, literally. And I'm friends with a lot of agents in the offices. Some of them, I mean, there's always going to be the small group of people that like just don't like other people for whatever their own reasons.
For whatever reason, I don't know. These people are...
But like, you know, I'm here to help.
I love it. I love it.
Everything I do is to help people. Even my own personality is, I'm literally just hardwired to help and to...
Very nurturing.
Super nurturing person.
Someone make him a dad, guys. Papi. Stop. Just kidding.
Stop.
Sorry. My bad.
Y'all don't want to hear the pickup lines I give her. Y'all don't want to hear it as jokes. It's complete banter between us, but the pickup lines I give her are phenomenal.
They are top of the line 5 stars, must say.
But what she said, y'all, someone make me a dad.
Yeah, guys, come on, nu bemet.
Ani aba tov, ani nishba. Ani gevur. I'm sending that to Gabe.
Yeah,
later.
I literally was just thinking about Gabe. Okay.
What a guy.
I'm going to divert into another topic on how to stand out.
Wait, actually, before you do that, I'm sorry. When is the time when you have unintentionally created something meaningful in your life?
Like a meaningful connection?
Like what you asked me pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. At Yehudi,
You met a guy named Moriel? Okay.
Yeah, like ruined my life. Just kidding. But I went to Yehudi one time.
I kind of did because you can't have me.
Oh, wow. Shucks. Just kidding. Sorry. So I went to Yehudi. It was like maybe the second time I went to Yehudi. And I just moved here. I was very alone. Didn't have friends yet. And this guy comes up to me, starts a conversation, starts asking me questions. And at first, I didn't think too much of it. I thought he was hitting on me. And then as the conversation continued, I realized that he wasn't. And then he led me to these other 2 girls or 3 girls and introduced us. And I thought they were going to be like so bitchy. Like when I first saw them.
It wasn't me, by the way.
I
can't take credit for this.
I'm going to give names in a second. But he introduced me to these girls. At first, I really thought they were like intimidating. I did not want to walk up to them and talk to them. But he made the connection. And we all started talking. And all of a sudden, I realized how kind these people are and how I judge them from the start based on their body language when I shouldn't have.
Yeah, for sure.
These people, this was almost 4 years ago. Today, these people are my best friends. That same night that I was introduced by Yuval. Yuval Terren was the
This
guy
is the
that
Tuesday night event?
Yeah, the
Monday,
Tuesday night event.
Okay.
He introduced me to my best friend Shani and her sister Ilana, and I think her other sister Hila. And till this day, everyone knows that me and Shani are like, we go everywhere together and all that
the Birnbaum
stuff.
sisters they're awesome. I love those two.
The Boca sisters. Shout out to the Boca sisters.
The Boca sisters. No, I call them the Birnbaum
The
sisters.
Birnbaums.
Birnbaum.
So that connection I did not expect to develop into what it is today.
I don't remember how I met them, to be honest. I kind of just saw them
Maybe
one day
through
and I was
me.
like, friends. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe, be honest, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
Actually, another good example. I was at, so I'm going to backtrack a little bit. January 1st, 2025. I'm going to go through the entire day because New Year started at nighttime. I was at a friend's house who you may or may not know who he is. I'm not going to say his name because, I don't know, whatever. Okay, Sam. His name's Sam Levy.
Oh, okay, I know, yeah.
We're not friends anymore.
Okay.
But I was at his house on New Year's, and as soon as it hit 12 a.m., something just shifted in me. Like, I was there, I was at the house, I was seeing the people around who I was, like, okay with, I guess, and I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Wow.
I don't like these people. Like, I gotta leave.
Wow.
These are not, gone out of my life. I have goals to chase. I have big things. These people are slowing me down, this, that. I was going through all this whole conundrum. My friend Krista was there, and she was not a part of that, but, you know, I went to her. She was my home base at this party, and I was like, you know, like settling down, hanging out with her, and I was like, all right, I gotta go home, whatever. I sleep, I wake up, and I'm like, I wanna be around winners. I wanna be around like people who are trying to uplift others, people who like care about the world, really.
Yeah.
And Rabbi Josh, I get a text from Rabbi Josh saying, hey, just a reminder, we're having a dinner at Fuego tonight for the guys who did the 30-day tefillin challenge. And I was like, okay, I don't know. I only knew like 2 people who were going, Rabbi Josh and Oli, but then like the other 8 people, I had no idea who these people were. And I go there, and I'm like, all right, Tzedek, I want to go to Fuego. I'm here to eat some food and hang out and talk at the stuff. But that is where I met Gabe and I met Tom.
Wow.
And
today they're really good friends.
Today we are actually really good friends. Gabe and Tom, I love you both. You guys are awesome. And literally the other night we saw Fantastic Four together.
Yeah, we
all
did.
of us. That was a great movie.
We did.
I'm
By
sorry.
the way, that popcorn made me throw up all night.
Are you serious?
I swear. And I wondered if anyone else was suffering from it.
Heck no. I was sleeping like a baby Sunday night. What you mean?
Wow. I mean, it was really good popcorn, but like, I don't know, maybe the butter was
straight
messing
fire.
me up. Wow.
But like, honestly, like, and so all the people that were at the movie, which was the Birnbaum sisters, me, Gabe, and Tom, we all went to a movie together. And we all went to Israel together, too. So it comes to show that just like one of those, sometimes those like, screw it, let me just do it moments end up turning into something really meaningful. So
I 100% agree.
And that's kind of how we met too, more or less. Obviously, we set the intention of going on a date.
I never go on dates, by the way. Never. I think I went on one date after the date we had. Like,
it's funny because this was like 2 months after I broke up with my ex, and I was like, you know what, like, screw it, why not?
Yeah.
And
that's
then
really the mindset. It's like you have nothing to lose.
Exactly.
And it really was. We really ended up having a friendship.
And also, my best friend, my roommate, was like, yo, like, Oriel, there's a girl on Hinge. She's like the female version of you. And I was like, huh?
Yeah, it's so funny.
And I was curious. I was like, let me ask her out and this, that. But we ended up being such good friends despite everything that was going on in our lives and despite how we felt in general. So,
absolutely. You never know where those friendships are going to come from and how they're going to develop. That's why coming in with an open mind is so important.
Super.
And I really recommend, even if you see someone's body language is closed off, it might be because they're severely shy or anxious. and yes, go and start a conversation with them because
Yeah, those people they tend to compensate. They
Yeah.
tend to. Not all the time, because sometimes people do have that aura, but otherwise
Yeah.
people just are like doing this or just
Yeah.
being whatever they're giving off that energy because they're typically shy.
Yeah.
And you kind of brought up that point last week where you were like,
Yeah.
another trick for you is like, let me talk to the most intimidating person I could find.
Yeah. Just do it. You have nothing to lose. Worst case, you don't develop a friendship with this person and you didn't lose anything.
Literally nothing.
And to be honest, all of my closest friends are the ones that were the most intimidating at first.
Yeah.
So I really think it's smart to go and talk to them. You know?
Yeah. I've had some of those moments where like some of the intimidating people are actually like really nice, really cool, really chill, and like people you actually connect very well with. But then other times it's not the case. But I think the reason is not so much that you guys don't connect, but so much that like me personally, I've come up to intimidating people with very shy energy. And when you come up to people with timid energy, it's almost like you want something from them. Even if you don't actually want something from them, but they still sense that. And like, the shy people who come up to you are typically the ones who want friends. Let me rephrase that. Need friends.
Yeah, that's true.
And when you feel that need coming off of someone, you don't want to be friends with them. You don't want to be around that energy, bro. Like me, when I feel anxious energy, I have to move away. I don't care how nice you are. I don't care how well intended you are. I don't care if you're the next president of the United States in like a decade. I can't be around you.
I agree.
And it comes down to a point of when you come up to people, you gotta come with the right energy.
That's so true. You really do. You really do. And I think it's important to maybe, even at home, practice your body language, practice your tonality in your voice, practice the volume of your voice.
That's huge too. I learned a trick, and this is for my socially anxious people. Take everything you do, walking, talking, whatever, looking around, everything you do, and just do it 20% slower. Talk 20% slower. Walk 20% slower. When something falls, turn your head 20% slower. 1, it gives you more aura off the bat.
The aura master here.
2.
Sounds like oral masters. Sorry.
Yo,
Sorry.
That's
Wait, can we beep that? Do a little beep.
I'm a little scared now, guys.
No.
But no. Yeah, bro. When you're doing things slow, when you walk slow and like think about a meeting. Like the meeting doesn't start until the boss shows up. The boss can be as late as he wants, but he goes in slow, and that's he goes in slow because that's the mindset of assuming that this doesn't happen without me. This isn't going to work without me there. So let me just walk slower, enjoy, relax, because rushing is not going to help.
No.
Rushing is going to make me more and more nervous, and make me stutter. It's going to make me. It's not going to help at the end of the day. So walk into every event pretending like you're the CEO.
Yeah. That takes a lot of practice on like confidence and knowing your self-worth. We talked about that in the first episode, so if you guys want to check that out.
If we ever upload it.
If we ever upload it. But yeah, 100%, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I was thinking of covering like 2 more things that I had in mind that could be really useful. Okay. Here are some things to do in order to stand out at a networking event without actually saying something. Okay?
So having aura. That's called aura farming. That's literally aura farming, but go.
Yes. So
I love that phrase so much. I love how Gen Z just decided aura is a mainstream word now. I love it because I literally talk about aura. I've talked about auras for years.
Yeah, that's true. You do.
And now people are like, oh, like he's just standing there looking cool. That's aura farming.
In Israel, on the buses, he taught all of us about aura. Like, we literally learned it
I
from
actually
aura.
created a point system recently. I swear to God.
So funny. We have to clip that in. Like,
I
to
swear
show
to God.
people.
Yeah, it's basically it goes from 0 to 1,000,000. Most people don't pass like 25,000. I just gotta let you know. But yeah, there are people who definitely reach 1,000,000.
I want to know where my aura is at. Damn.
I met Grant Cardone, and that was when I was fangirling and scared shitless because I actually saw him in real life. He had like a wicked like 700,000 aura.
Wow.
It was terrifying.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy.
In that moment, I went from at that point maybe like 75,000 to 25,000 just from being scared of his presence. Like I was like, holy shit, it's him. I lost so much aura in that moment, but I farmed it back after. So
You farmed it back. You farmed it back.
Yeah.
I can't.
I worked out after and I felt good again, so picked up my aura. That's how you do it.
Good.
It's very easy to pick up aura.
I think
It's super easy to lose it too, but
true.
you get better and better at not losing it. So
yeah, that's true. I would say standing out, like having good aura, you need to stop. I can't laugh all the time. I can't.
go.
Okay. You need to own your presence. So, body language, eye contact, posture, and attire. These are all things that communicate more than you think. Okay? So, if you want more people to come up to you and talk to you, smile. Don't be like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't be a creep though. Don't be like.
No, don't be a creep, but like know how to give out a little giggle and show that you're in good energy. You need your body language to show that. Don't be crossed like this. Let your hands be free.
That's one thing. I literally for almost 4 to 5 years I haven't crossed my arms like that, and literally almost 4 to 5 years because that's very like screw off energy.
Yeah.
When people do this at the clubs or just at any event, I'm like, I'm not talking to that person.
Yeah.
That person's mean.
You'll notice those people that do that are normally the security guards, and they're purposely blocking people off. It makes you feel like you're being blocked off. So you don't want to be a security guard at a networking event. Okay?
That is another form of aura farming. When security guards stand there looking tall and just, who do you know here? Straight aura farm. I used to do that when I was in a fraternity. I used to run door, and this is typically something the newer initiates do, or the pledges. Some people call it pledges.
Yeah.
Nah, I loved being a door. I straight up like telling someone, nah, you can't come in. Super powerful.
Aura farming, my friend.
Super, yeah, great aura
Don't
farming
let
tactic, by the way, if you're in college.
Another good point would be to be engaged when you're having a conversation with someone. Nod. You can like take mental notes. You can ask questions.
You just activated me nodding right now.
Yeah, I see. Like, you see how like when we talk, when I listen to you, like naturally, I say, "Oh wow, damn, yeah, wow." Naturally, because I'm invested. Facts. People tend to notice whoever is truly present.
Exactly.
In the conversation. I also recommend taking pictures. Maybe
that's not a guy thing
tagging
to do,
people on your, like when you take pictures with someone, like tagging them and like
I guess
getting connected on social
yes.
media. It's also a good way to kind of
No, but like some like girls will be like, let's take a selfie, and like after they just met like after 2 minutes, like that's not a guy thing to do.
Yeah,
so I was like,
true.
no, but then like if the photographer comes at the event, it's like, all right, let's get a picture real quick.
Yeah, exactly. Like
get a little
be
snapshot.
open to taking pictures randomly with people just for the heck of it.
You saw the picture of me today.
Yeah,
at YJP.
I saw him at an event. I didn't know he even went.
That was 2 years ago, by the way.
I was at that event too then.
That was YJP 2023.
That's why I
didn't go in
recognized
2024.
so many people there, and some people that are in a relationship now that looked very single in those pictures. So.
Yeah, no, like I remember it was me, my boy Aviv, my boy Shlomi in that picture. Like that was a good picture. Shlomi was crushing my neck, so I was like a little bit forward, but otherwise it was okay.
Yeah.
He's a big dude.
I also recommend. Okay, introduce people to one another. Bring people
I like
together.
that. That's what I was talking about earlier. I like bringing people in groups. Like, hey, this is this. Yeah.
Yeah, that's super. That's
Sometimes I do it as an excuse to leave.
oh my god, same.
I'm like, I don't like this person that much, but I'm like, oh, hey, meet this person.
Meet this person. Yeah.
I A, created a potential friendship, and B,
yeah.
fucked off.
Exactly. And I think that's a really good way to get out of a conversation. But honestly, at all my
But I do love bringing people together, and I love
So
seeing
good.
that friendship comes to fruition
Yeah.
through me. It's like, yeah, I'll put y'all on.
Wow,
But-
that's the best feeling. And I also recommend being the energy that you want to attract. So that's why I keep saying smiling, maybe giving a compliment to someone. If you see something you like, say it.
I
It'll
try to
make
give
you
at
feel
least,
so good.
this has been a recent rule, I try to give at least 4 compliments per event I go to. Every
It's
time I leave
so
my
good.
house, 4 compliments.
I love that, and I highly recommend people to start complimenting people. Don't feel like, oh, like I'm gonna sound so like weird. No, you're not. You're
It's
gonna
also a
sound
random
confident.
number. Like this is a psychological thing. When you assign a random number to a goal like that, it makes you more likely to want to achieve it. Because when you do
Yeah.
a milestone like 3 or 5 or 10 or even 1, it feels like an obligation. But when you say, oh, I'm gonna do like, even if I did like, if I'm gonna give like 11 compliments or something, just a random number, it makes you feel like it's more original. And
Yeah.
it makes you feel more inclined to do it.
Exactly. And it's also going to become a habit of yours because you're practicing it. You're going to see how good it makes others feel, and it's going to make you feel even better.
It's also like it makes you personally feel more calculated.
Exactly. Yeah, it's true. I'm also going to dive into what not to do
Yes.
at networking events.
This is more important than the to-dos, by the way.
Yes. So, number 1, don't try to dominate the conversation. So,
I used to do that a lot.
it's being mindful of the back and forth flow is so important, because if you're the only one that's going to be talking, and especially talking about yourself nonstop, the person's going to try to find a way to leave. It's just how it is.
That's like literally what people do to me, and I'm like, all right, hey, nice. Let me introduce you to this person real quick.
Exactly. So that's number 1.
Number 2. I'm gonna add my own little number 2 here.
Please.
Don't talk about yourself, and do not apply your worth to what you do and the things that come from an external force. We can feel that. We can see that, and it's very needy.
Yeah. Also, when let's say if a guy comes and talks to me and they immediately start talking to me about something materialistic, and that being like their worth and their value, that turns me off. Not just romantically, like put that far away. Friendship wise, if your whole life revolves around you wanting like driving a Porsche and like wanting to take me in your Porsche, blah blah blah, I'm done.
It's like I
lost
like
it.
Porsches, but not yours.
I listen, I like nice cars too, but it can't be your whole personality. I'm sorry.
No, absolutely, it absolutely cannot.
Same thing for girls, by the way. There's girls that make their whole personality the fact that they want a rich guy, or that they want like they have like this bag, or they
got this
I don't
Brazilian
like
butt
that.
lift. That's going to be a trigger warning because
I don't like that. Be humble.
also men like natural more than BBLs. I just got to say it.
Guys, he's preaching for the choir. The third point I want to say.
I could so see
Not
like
to
I could
do.
so see like if we ever posted this on Instagram something, just people would be like sexist.
Say it. I dare you. Say it. I'm telling you, there's like so much things people can say. Like say it. Boost my algorithm, please.
You ever say that? You ever see the meme where it's like say the weird thing? It's like BBLs suck.
I want to see the comment section on that.
Wild.
So, oh yeah, that also brings up to my point of avoid the transactional energy of like, don't ask, what can you do for me? Like, don't think of them as something that you need to make a transaction from. No, like this is just a mutual bonding moment.
Right.
Like, connection.
There's a duality in that. There's the one end of like, obviously, I don't want to have to feel like I need to get anything out of it because I'm not here to get something specific out of it in a transactional sense. But at the same time, I don't want you to look at someone else and be like, oh, how do I impress them? How do I impress them? No.
That's true.
You got to walk in and in a very non-arrogant way, be like, okay, what can this person do to impress me? Mm-hmm. Because listen, we're people too. We deserve to be impressed by other people.
Yeah.
And it's not to say that, oh, like you're wearing green. I hate the color green. Like you suck. Like that's not what that means. But it's more like, okay, your values are really good. They align with mine very well. I like who you are. Mm-hmm. And you do this. You're starting a podcast. You're making six to eight figures as a coach. Whatever. Like I'm not there to gain anything out of that. Like it's cool that you have that, but it's like not the main goal.
Yeah. And it's like you said earlier in your story of that meaningful connection that came up unexpectedly. Mm-hmm. You're saying how that guy, what was his name?
The broker, the real estate broker?
The managing partner?
Oh, my boy Guzman. We call him Guzman.
Guzman. So you're saying how when he said, like, hey, like when he brought you over to connect, he talked to you in a way that he treated you as a person before, like what you were doing.
Yeah, like I remember him asking me like where I'm from, like how long have I been in Florida, like what like just the basic information about me that you can have in a small conversation.
Yeah.
And then he asked me like, what areas do you serve?
Exactly.
How long have you been a photographer for? Like
so
so.
Before getting into the transactional conversation, which is great too, mm-hmm. First I'm coming to you from human to human. Like I actually want to get to know you, who you are. I also don't recommend interrupting or hovering. So respecting someone's personal space. Like I've had people come and talk to me and they get super close. I smell their breath.
Yeah, I'll have people that
no, take it
up to here.
Steps. Yeah. So that's something. And avoid gossip or negativity. This is huge.
Yeah, that's very big for me too. One thing I'm gonna say I dislike anxious energy more than I like negative energy, like gossipy energy. But I can't stand when people gossip. When someone says the first thing about another person in a negative way or when people complain. I hate complaining. Wow. I hate it because
complain.
It's a lack of gratitude.
It just shows poorly upon you. It really does. It doesn't show it. Even if you're just venting, it's not.
When you talk bad about someone, when you insult something or someone, it says more about you than it says the person or thing you're insulting.
Absolutely.
So much more.
Yeah.
Like, because, sorry, I lost track, but go on. Sorry.
No, I agree with you. And then to finish this off, I wanted to ask you to share something cringe or awkward that you've seen or maybe you've done in the past and what you learned from it.
Okay. Something weird I've seen.
But you learned from it. So maybe in the moment it seemed really cringy and awkward, but you learned something from that.
So I would say it's something that more happens to me rather than something I've seen. But something that I'm not going to put this in the cringe or awkward category, but I'm going to put this in the transactional category.
Okay.
But I had a client who I respect heavily to this day. She's no longer my client because I lost her.
Okay.
And that was a big loss for me because she's a very high producing agent. But that's not why I liked her. Okay, whatever. Okay, the point is, my follow-ups with her, like even after I did a photo shoot with her, it was very transactional. It was like, hey, like, let me know let me know when you want to shoot next. It's like, it was one of those. It wasn't like a, hey, how are you? It wasn't like a happy July 4th. It wasn't like a, like, how's your kids or whatever. Like, it was very all about the business.
Yeah.
To try to get the business. And in a very respectful way, and by respectful, I mean she didn't really say anything, but she just kind of parted ways with me naturally. I lost her as a client because I was cringe in a way. So I guess this is kind of fall back into the cringe section. But I was so like about the business, like too deep into the idea of like let me have your money, let me shoot your listings,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that shifted my entire perspective. And this was very early in the real estate photography journey of mine, but that shook me. I was like, oh my god, like, am I okay? Am I doing this wrong? Like, I need to reevaluate. I need to. I'm to this day, I'm still not very great at follow up. Now I've actually created a system on Notion where it's like I have the names and I have like the dates I contacted them and when to contact next. So I kind of built my own like mini CRM, but I didn't really have a structure for that because I was too scared to say something that would make him leave.
Yeah.
But now I kind of
You built like a system, a better system for it.
a better system and a better angle with that system. Because like
Yeah.
sometimes I'll be, sometimes I'll even send like an article. Like I'll send an article about like, let's say if someone farms Hollywood, I'll send them an article about Hollywood. And I'll be like, hey, like super random, but this could be a great content idea you could talk about on a story.
You found a way to make it more of a relaxed approach rather than a give me your money. Like
A relaxed
give me
approach
work.
and something that helps them.
Yeah.
Sometimes, because like
Benefits
I
them.
like to add value wherever I can.
There's a supply and you're giving them there's a demand, you're giving them the
Give the
supply.
supply. Exactly.
So I think that's a really great way to take that experience, you know?
What about you? What was your
My cringe moment?
cringe moment that you learned from?
Ha 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 ha.
I was about to say something funny, but I'm gonna hold it.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say that you fucked up the date with me, and you learned that maybe you should be a better woman.
Maybe yeah, I should be a better woman for sure.
But you're lucky that we're still friends.
Guys,
No,
how lucky
I'm just fucking
am
with
I?
you. I'm just fucking with y'all. But no, it was.
He's fucking with you. He's the lucky one. But
We're both lucky.
I don't even know. I don't know. I think I would say I used to perform a lot when I was younger, like singing.
Okay.
And when I was 6, I performed on stage to sing "My Heart Will Go On" from the Titanic movie by Celine Dion.
Yeah.
And after like 3 words, I forgot all the words to the song, and I am standing like this. And I start bawling my eyes out. Keep in mind, I'm standing in front of like 1,000 parents. And I'm this 6-year-old girl just crying on stage.
Was this at Haynes Elementary School by chance?
Yes!
The auditorium?
Yes!
I know that auditorium. There's something scary about that auditorium. It's terrifying.
I was shaking because it was one of the first times that I
You
performed.
poor soul. I know exactly how that feels like too.
Wow. And then this really sweet girl came and she was trying to cheer me on. And people were going like this, trying to cheer me on. And all I have to say in that
So
moment
cute.
is, first of all, everyone made like a really funny and nice moment out of it. But in my head, it was the last day that I was ever going to perform on stage, which was severely incorrect. But I learned from that moment that the worst that could happen, especially on stage, is
You get
literally messing up so badly and bawling your eyes out in front of all these people.
I mean, when you're young and 6 years old and cute, like that's one thing. But
Yeah,
when you're like a 15-year-old, people are just gonna throw tomatoes at you and call you lame.
It's better to do it now than later. Like have that weird and crazy experience now than
I hated that auditorium with a passion. I remember I remember a spelling bee I did there. I was like you did the
I was a
spelling
good
bee?
spelling
bee. I was at regionals and they happened to be at that school.
No way.
I got 3rd place because I couldn't spell the word mountainous.
Mountainous. How do you spell the word mountainous?
M-O-U.
You're failing. That's it.
M-O-U-N-T-A-I-N-E-S-S.
You're disqualified from the spelling bee. No, I'm bringing up his.
But I spelled
trauma.
mountainous with an I instead of an E in the end, and they messed me up. And I was like, fuck these guys. Also, the principal hated me, bro. I caused so much trouble in my 4th grade year.
Do you know who Mr. Dorado is?
He died.
Yeah.
One of my friends told me that actually. I was like,
One of my friends told me that too. I was shocked.
He was my teacher, bro. He was my math teacher.
Wait, you know what's crazy?
What's up?
One of my good friends, you know Yuli?
Yuli
Have you
Moore?
met Yuli? She went to school in Haynes with me.
But you guys were the same grade.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't know who she was.
But I didn't know you either. What am I even saying?
Yeah, lame.
Lame.
No, but yeah. No, his name wasn't Dorado, it was Canedo.
Canedo. So who's Dorado?
I don't know, but Canedo did die. He was also gay, which I didn't know.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Dude, like, what are all these things? And he was the funniest.
He looked like
teacher.
I mean, no hate on gay people at all, but like he was literally, personality-wise, the most heterosexual person you could ever meet.
Yeah, it was really masculine.
Super. I was like, I don't know. When I heard that, like I heard this like a year ago. I was like, huh? You sure we're talking about the same guy?
Yeah.
He was a great math teacher too.
You know Lubowitz, Mr. Lebovitz, the
Yeah.
English teacher. You know
I
what I'm
remember
talking
him.
about? The old guy. He's
Mr.
really
Lebowitz.
old. Lebowitz, yeah. Do you remember the Indian math teacher? What's her name? Mrs. I don't know.
Well, the thing about that school is they taught both subjects, or they taught all subjects, but they taught it to different groups. Like, they called it the high and the low classes. There was like high, low, medium, I guess. And like Mr. Canedo, for example, he taught the low English level, but the high math level, and then vice versa. But the Indian was Miss Kara.
Was it Miss Kara? Yo, you're unlocking core memories in my brain.
Let me give you a very subtle. Let me give you a story. When we moved to California, I didn't know we were moving. I was heartbroken by the fact that we moved, and my mom only told me on the plane.
Okay.
And we had winter break. We had about 3 weeks to settle in, meet friends, whatever. But that first day of school it set off such a bad tone because I walk into the class with my parents behind me and I start crying.
Yo.
Because I hated being the new kid. I was literally thrown so deep out of my comfort zone that everyone was just looking at this new kid who was crying. And it happened to be in Miss Carr's class.
Pussy. Stop, I was kidding.
Screw you. That's what they did to me. You know, it was funny because like I made friends with them. I made friends with the people over time, and they were like, haha, remember when you cried to your mommy on the first day? I'm like, screw you, okay? And I was like, first of all, I cried to my dad.
Get it right.
Damn it. You saw me hugging him. Secondly, I hated Miss Cara so much.
No, me too. I hated her.
I hated the way she messed up my name. I hated everything about her.
I didn't understand a word she was saying because she had such a heavy.
She had a very heavy Indian accent. So, like when she said my name, I thought she was saying oil. Oil. I'm like,
yo.
She's like, I'm calling your name. I'm like, what?
Wait. You know what's really good?
I also had my first ever crush in that class, and that girl hated me. Let me tell you.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Her name is Maddie.
Maddie.
I crushed on her hard. Okay. I crushed on her very hard for a third grader. She dated one of my best friends.
Oh, damn.
Super heartbroken.
Oh, this is
No. And then when I figured out that they started dating, she came up to me and she was like, suck it. And I was like, damn. I started crying.
Maddie, you're so mean.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
in hindsight, I don't know. I think she plays softball or something. So I don't.
Oh, okay.
like,
She's probably lesbian then. You know, softball girls.
You said it, not me. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean to go that far.
Okay, but Haynes had the best coffee cake.
Okay.
At the cafeteria.
What I loved Haynes as a campus. One, remember ice cream days on Wednesday and Friday?
Yes.
After school, there'd be like just ice cream for $1.
Oh.
Crazy good experience. Second of all, the lunch was really good. The grilled cheese, the pizza, the coffee cakes.
Yeah.
I still used to bring pita with chocolate every day to school.
Yo, me too.
And I'd have the one kid that's like, what is that?
Yeah.
Every single day. And I'd explain it to him,
day.
and then he'd still do it to me again. I'd be like, screw you.
These American kids don't know what a pita is. Sad.
Pita with chocolate, bro. Such a goated snack for a picky kid. I couldn't eat anything. Literally,
I'm going to go home and eat a pita with chocolate right now. This is like...
I might actually do that myself, too.
I need to go back to my
I have shachar right here, literally.
No, Nutella. It has to be Nutella.
I'm a shachar person myself, okay? Anyway, I also love that it was a very external campus. Like there was like a soccer field, there was a kickball field, basketball, handball, which is like the thing on the wall that they play.
I was the pro at handball. Actually.
I was pretty good too.
I created a club. Oh, you know that square of handball? where you have 4 different cubes on the. It's like on the floor, the cubes,
Yeah.
and you handball like to each other, and whoever
Yeah.
stays in
Bro,
longest
that
wins.
used to get so intense.
Wow, it was so intense. I used to get so pissed.
We used to, like that game made me lose friendships. Let me
Wow,
tell you. Like
same.
it was literally like one time I kicked a person in the knee because of how mad I was at them.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not playing this game anymore.
Yeah.
And then I went to play the wall version of handball, which was I used to be pretty good. I used to beat the people who were really good at it because during we'd have like a PE time, and there'd be like the good people side and the not so good people side, and I would hop on the good people side and I would beat like people I barely started playing this game and I'd beat these people and be like, no way, he's cheating, and they made me go to the not so good side to play.
Remember those 2 sides. Yo, I have to go to Haynes.
How
again.
long were you at that school for?
I think 2 years, or maybe
2
1
years.
year actually.
Because
I went to Agora Hills.
Miss Cara was a 3rd grade teacher. She may have moved, but she was my 3rd grade teacher.
I was there in 3rd grade.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3rd grade was. Yeah.
You were in 5th grade when I was in 3rd, no?
No, I'm like what 3 years older than you.
You're 24.
When did you graduate high school?
2021.
Oh no, I'm 2018.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. I'm old.
4 years. 4-year difference.
That's
Are you
3.
serious?
2021.
Oh. Miss Cara didn't teach me a lot, as you can tell. Listen, we had some good stories.
We
this
did.
Time, and
This was a great episode.
Great episode.
This
I think
one
I'm gonna upload this like on YouTube as a full version because it went pretty smoothly.
We might as well upload all 3.
Yeah, I'm thinking we should.
But we
just
need to make a channel for it. It can't just be like on ours or mine or yours. It's got to be us.
Yeah, let's do the Nameless Podcast.
I love that. Oh my God!
Wow. And next week, I'm not gonna be here. I'm gonna be in LA on Tuesday, so we're gonna have to skip a week.
Heartbroken. I love the momentum, but okay, that's
I
fine.
know, I love the momentum too. But we'll be right back.
It'll be quicker than you think, y'all.
Yeah. Thank you very much for listening, guys. We love you, and we will chat soon.